Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Callaway Investments Sportsman Series presented by Sim Auto Racing Association. I am your host today, Derek Robinson, and we have 100 laps tonight of some of the best sportsman short track racers on the service. These guys will be doing battle in the second race of the 10-race season. Currently, Trevor Edwards is your points leader, followed by Tim Spearman and Tim Bills in the top three. And conveniently enough, two of those three guys won their heats tonight, and the third one being Joe Schaefer Jr. So Posse swept the heats for tonight. We'll see how the random redraw goes for the heats. The top three from each heat, three heats, went into the random redraw, and we'll see how that plays out here in just a little bit as they grid up. And there's about 45 seconds left before that happens. Currently, we are at Langley Speedway. It's 4/10 mile track, 6 degrees banked, so it's pretty much flat. And temperatures 69 degrees. Track temperature is also at 69 degrees, so pretty good grip out here tonight. Not sure if it will lead to side-by-side racing or not. If the heats or anything, it probably won't. It's going to be single file. You guys are going to be battling for the bottom. There are some fast guys out here that we're going to be starting a little bit further back than probably what they should. So you're going to see some passing, you're going to see some side-by-side racing, and probably a little bumper action as well. We'll be getting here started in just the next few minutes and get through the driver lineup, so get comfy, because there's going to be a good show tonight. Now the admin is going and giving out the last minute instructions to everyone. Now this series does run the claim rule, so if you do cause a caution, be sure to claim it, because if not, you will get an EOL penalty at the end of the race after the review. All the admins review the race. Matt Rolfe usually is the one who goes and sends out these replays to everyone to review the races or wrecks and everything. So it's best if you do claim your caution. Generally in this series, it's very, very clean series, but cautions do breed cautions. Happens in any series, happens in real life, happens in sim racing. But no, I don't think anybody else has anything else. For any other questions for Matt, he's just going through his last minute instructions, and we'll go ahead and start with our lineup. Starting on the pole with us this evening is Kyle Souza. Starting second, outside row, is Joe Schaefer Jr. Like I said, he won his heat, so he should be plenty fast. Starting third is your series points leader after the first week, Trevor Edwards. Starting fourth is Samuel Roush. Fifth is the old wily veteran and Ty Spearman. Sixth is Adam Benefield. Seventh is Andre Fiorni. Starting eighth is the series admin, and basically the guy that makes this whole thing go, Matt Rolfe. Behind him is the 56 of Russell Chernisky. And Bills starting the outside of him. '69 car, Joe Lawrence. Got the 132 of Scott Tranum. 58, Tyler Jordan. 28 is Donald Clark. 98 is Ian Lane in that pizza machine. Behind him is Kyle Morse. Mason Dunn, he started up front in his heat and struggled there a little bit. Maybe he got some things ironed out in the Valvoline machine. Starting 10th, Matthew Murphy. In the 10 car, excuse me, Matthew Murphy. In the 4 car, Russell Berry. In the 86, rounding out the tail of the field, Brandon Norris.
Green, green, green.
Looks like we're coming to the green here. Green flag is out. Joe gets off to a great start. Not sure if it was a jump or not. Kyle Souza leads him down into turn 1. Joe Schaefer Jr. on the outside. They're side by side battling now. It's early on. We'll see how aggressive that they are. Back of the field's trying to get everything sorted out there as well. Souza leads him off 4. He leads the first lap. Trevor Edwards is third. Spearman 4th. The 07 car. Andre Fiorni is 5th. Now they're starting to settle in here. Single file. 1 through 5. Benefield back there in 6th. Having a good little battle, trying to figure it out. Now he goes single file into 13. Samuel Roush falls in behind him. Single file through 10. We'll see how everyone does here. See if maybe gets settled in, get some laps under their belt. There is a long race. Usually everyone does or is pretty patient at this point. I can tell the field is trying to figure it out there as well for themselves. We got the 94 of Morse and 132 of Scott Training battling out with Ian Lane. Now the whole field is single file with Tim Bills trying to move up another spot. That's pretty much what you have to do here. Looks like you just have to pick your spots, pass, especially early on here. Everyone has fresh tires. So you want to take your time, make sure everything's not used up and abused. It's already 6 laps down. They'll go by fast here, returning just to show their 17-second lap times, especially up front. They're right at 17 flats. Kyle Souza is your leader, about just over 0.2 of a second. Everyone's just going to be settling in at this point in time. Just settle in, get into a groove. Joe's a little loose, got crossed up. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be going anywhere too soon. You have to save the right rear. It seems like for these cars, the last time I drove them, you got to save the right rear on it. You get it hot, it gets pissed. You just get loose and you'll just fall backwards. Back. Here's Tim Bills working his way back up. Said he was one of the guys who started in the back, further back than he probably should have. He was 4th in his heat, was battling for 3rd with Benfield to try to get in that top draw. And he spun out coming to the line, just trying everything he could to get up to 3rd and just couldn't do it. But if anybody can work their way up to the front, it is Tim Bills. This guy's super solid, he's super fast, especially in the street stocks. That's his bread and butter, is the street stocks. He's right there trying to pass Matt Rolfe. Rolfe is looking under Samuel Roush. This is your best battle on the track right now. Like I said, the pre-race is that it is, it's going to be single file. Like you see Rolfe right there, he's trying to work the apron. And it may work, but it's going to work later on in the race as he is under Roush. Roush looks like he's just letting him have it right now. Not going to battle him too hard. Top lane may come in. When I say top lane, I'm saying just 1.5 above that yellow line there. I don't think it'll get pushed out too much further than that. These low horsepower cars, downforce, skinny tires, so I'm not too sure how much rubber they're going to lay down. But main line will rubber up. So it's either going to go to the apron to try to find some grip, put the left sides down there, maybe sometimes the whole car, or just move up the track a little bit, maybe diamond the corner a little bit. We'll see how that plays out. Back up front, it looks like Joe Schaefer has gotten around. Sousa's dropped back to 4th. Right now it's Posse 1, 2, 3. Joe Schaefer Jr., points leader, Trevor Edwards, 2. Like I said, that Wiley vet, Bierman, P3. Now right now with the Benz, it's teammates 1, 2, 3. They're probably just out here on cruise control. Now these guys did with their heats. They were fast, but those heats were only 10 laps. This is 100 laps. We'll see how much further, how long their sets. Stay fast. We have some guys in the back that take care of their stuff, like Bills or Rolfe or Benefield. They're just about their time. Way up, closing the gap. But right now, it does appear that Joe Schaefer is pulling away. It was 0.4 of a second in last lap. This lap is up to 0.5 second. So we put a 10th and a half. Just right there on Trevor. And Joe maybe just trying to pull away here a little bit. Car looks good. back here looking at Ian Lane, he's having a really good battle with Tyler Jordan. They are side by side, so they may prove me wrong here with the side by side. Oh, Tyler Jordan just falling in behind him. Like I said, this isn't the time to abuse yourself. You just want to, you know, if someone is faster than you, just maybe let them go. Maybe you can reel them back in, or maybe you can follow their line and see what they're doing. Maybe they're going in a little bit harder than you. Maybe they're letting off a little bit early and you let the car roll. So now's a good time just to follow him and see what kind of line he has. Right now, Ian Lane is working his way on up. He started 14th, he's 12th, so he's moved up a couple positions. A little bit further back in the field, Donald Clark's working over. I think that's Mason Dunn. Yeah, Mason Dunn there. Mason Valvoline. He's looking low on him. And he's got the position. Donald Clark working his way up there a little bit as well. He started 17th, up to 14th, up 3 positions. Looks like Joe Loris is working over on Susan with a little bump. Just let him know he's there. He was faster than Susan that last lap. He is all over him in his mirror. If Susan here, he may be wise if he gets another bump like he just did right there. Maybe you need to let him go. Now's not the time. But kudos to Joe Lawrence. He's not forcing the issue. He's just letting him know. Right now, he's just trying to set him up. See what he can do. No, show. Nope. Little bumper. Now he's probably starting. Oh, either Susan's got to get going. He's got to figure something out, or he's going to let it go. Because before too long, he may get put in the spin cycle. A little bump. That's the same area. Joe is faster than the center. Looks like Susan's driving it in just a little bit harder. Susan and Lawrence is just rolling it. Meanwhile, this little battle is letting Fiorni and Rolf and Bills and them catch up a little bit. We'll see how long this lasts. It's another little bump. Probably the best action on the track right now. The leaders are still pulled away. Schaefer's pulled away by 7/10, almost 8/10 of a second right now. So this is your best battle. Spearman did. Yeah, Spearman has passed Trevor Edwards. We didn't see that one, but this battle was a little bit better. If I had to guess, Spearman just was a little bit faster than Edwards, and Edwards let him go. So Edwards is your points leader, so he's going to do what he needs to do to make sure that he remains points leader. Oh, here we go. Joe got a really good drive out of turn 2. He's going to have the position going into 3. And right there, that's just patience. Really moved Kyle, he could have bumped him extremely hard, and he may even get a bump back from Kyle if Kyle can get to him. It doesn't look like he's going to. Now Susan's got to worry about Rolf. Matt's doing what Matt usually does. He just takes his time, working his way to the front. Matt Rolf started 8th, he's up to 6th. Yeah, Tim Bills just passed Andre Brioni. That was for 7th. And Bills is working his way back up. He started 10th. He's up a few spots from where he started. We're working on lap 33, going on lap 34. And here comes Ralph down low on Susie. Showed him the nose. Susie wanted to slam the door. He couldn't do it. Ralph taking over. Up to P5 for Matt Rolf. And as you can see what he's doing right now, he's on the apron. Trying to find a little grip. As I stated, we're a third of the way through here. So there's a dark groove that's developing on the bottom end, or on the bottom line, excuse me. So as that builds up, you lose a little bit of traction, lose a little bit of grip. You're trying to find cooler spots, if you will, on the track that can provide more grip. Sometimes it's the apron, sometimes it's above it. Sometimes you want to straddle it, it just depends on what your car's doing. So if back up here to Ty Spearman there, and the leaders are in lap traffic right now. It looks like lap traffic is doing what they should be. They're making their line known. They're staying up high for them, but Ty Spearman has ran down Joe Schaefer. Joe may not got through traffic as quickly as he wanted to. or the handling could be going away a little bit. As I stated earlier, we haven't seen what these guys can do in a long run. For heat races, they were fast. Joe could have burnt up his stuff here a little bit. Spearman's cut down the lead just a few tenths of a second. He's calling the Wily bet for no reason. This guy has been in sim racing for a long time. I don't know exactly how long, but it's been a long time. I know he was back on the old NASCAR 3 days in our 95 and stuff like that. So he's been around it. And now it's kind of subsided. Everything's just still a half a second or so lead for Joe Schaefer Jr. That's lap 40. We have 100 here tonight. Still no caution. It's going green. Let's run out here. Peter's coming up on more traffic. It looks like he's catching up on Tyler Jordan. Got to go a lap down. So that's one guy that is needing caution. He's actually coming up on a whole group of cars between Russell Berry, Donald Clark, and Mason Dunn. So those guys there, they're battling for position too. They have their own race going. So Joe comes up here to him. It's going to, allow Ty to catch up, which Ty is right there right now. He's within 3/10 of a second now. It's going to let Trevor Edwards catch up. But Matt Rolfe is already up to P4. He's on his way as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here with Joe Schaefer when he comes up on this traffic. He may end up just letting Spearman go because Spearman has ran him down. Being that they are teammates, everyone won't give him too much of a hard time. They're probably speaking on team speak right now. Either Ty's saying, a little bit faster, we let me go. Joe gets loose. We got loose. He got super crossed up. So you can see right now Joe's handling is going away. Just let Spearman go. He may even let Edwards go here as well. We got a new leader, Ty Spearman. 92, lap 44 of 100. Right now it's just these three guys, but while they're over here just cruising around, Matt Rolfe in fourth has cut the lead down. He was right around 3.5 seconds. And these guys, he's cut it down under that. He's down to 2.8 now. So he's coming. He's running a little bit different line than these guys are as well. So it'll be interesting to see if he can catch up to him if it stays green. Lap 46, coming on to lap 47 of 100. And Ty Spearman in P1, Joe Schaefer Jr. P2, Trevor Edwards P3, so posse 1, 2, 3. The boxes, or the podium. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Spearman does instead of Schaefer when he catches Tyler Jordan here. Tyler Jordan has fallen off the tail of the pack. May make it a little easier. And we have a caution. Donald Clark, it looks like. And him and Russell Berry were battling. Oh, they made some contact out too. Gets Clark closed up. Pushes into the wall. Looks like he'll be able to continue to go. But now we have a caution. Everyone gets to catch their breath. That was 47 straight laps of racing from the green. It's a very good run. You got Spearman in P1, Joe Schaefer Jr. P2, Trevor Edwards 3rd, Matt Rolfe in 4th, Joe Lawrence in 5th. That's your top 5. We'll see what happens here. Now everyone gets bunched back up. Maybe his car maybe comes back in, let the tires cool off a little bit. And Russell Berry will get the EOL for getting into Donald Clark there, so he'll go to the tail end of the field. So if you're wondering if anyone's going to come down pit road, they won't be. This is a no-tire race, so they can only come down to get fuel to repair damage. If any of the admins see the car go up on the right or left sides at all, automatically a 30-second penalty under green flag, no matter if you change them or not. That'll happen every time. So no one's going to be coming down pit road, especially in probably the top 10, or maybe even for the whole field as far as that goes. So far it's been pretty calm for the most part. Everyone's just been putting some laps in, figuring out their cars, you know, see what they got. These last 50 laps is probably going to pick up. Everybody wants to win. You know, last week Trevor Everett's picked up the W, but he didn't lead the most laps. Last week Ty Spearman led the most laps. So we'll see what happens in the final go here. Ty Spearman led 73 laps last week. Trevor Everett's only led 2, which obviously the most important one was the final one. Tim Bills is 3rd in points. Hunter Combs is 4th. Russell Kornitsky is 5th. Matt Rolfe just on the outside looking in at the top 5 of the points. We should be going back to green here shortly. Ty Spearman leading the way. We'll see if there's any kind of team orders here to help Joe get down to the bottom, because the outside will be absolute garbage on this restart. It's already showing. Ty Spearman with a great jump to the green. Lap 54, 100. There's Schaefer getting down low. Edwards let him in. And that's what teams do. Team will be doing the same thing. Obviously trying to make sure it doesn't stack up the field or cause any issues. But if there's a hole that we can squeeze into, we'll squeeze into to help our teammates out. Right? Right now, here's who's in 5th place in the points. Russell Kornitsky. Right now, he's got a car on the outside of the L7 of Andre Fiorni. He's trying to get around and find a way around Sousa as well. And Sousa has other plans. He's trying to find a way around Bills and so forth. So, mid-lane's making another appearance here. His caution really pushed the field back up. Some of these guys, as the cars get a little bit lighter on the fuel, handling's going to change. With that, we may have some comers and goers in this run. Andre's out there on the outside, so speaking to earlier, there's not much out there on the outside. He's just hung out to dry the train. Unfortunately, he's on the wrong end of the deal here. So his best bet, maybe, so he doesn't burn his tires on the outside, is just to back off a little bit and let Mason and Adam go by him and just get back down low and try to work his way back up through the field. Oh, there's a crash. Like 69 of Joe Lawrence and Tim Bills going down to 1. Bills is looking under him. There's a little contact there, it appears. And then 69 just maybe got crossed up and got loose right in front of Kyle Sousa. It's a tough break for him. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage. Currently 69 is going down pit road. Like I stated, he's going down there to get some damage, maybe even some fuel. He's already heading back out. Kyle Sousa got the roll into the deal on that one. Looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage on the right front. Be interesting to see if it knocked the toe out on that at all. These cars can be pretty tough, but oftentimes they can also be pretty finicky. If you hit the wheels on these just perfect, you know, it could knock the toe out on it severely. So it'd be interesting to see how he ends up doing. If he, you know, it could even help him, but more often than not, it ends up hurting you. We're working lap 62 of 100. Currently, Ty Spearman is your leader, followed by Joe Schaefer Jr. and Trevor Edwards. Matt Rolfe, Tim Bills rounding out the top 5. Him and Matt have been following each other to the front here the whole time. And Bills has picked up 5 positions, and Matt Rolfe has picked up 4. We'll see what these guys have. Right now, you're going to want to be on the inside on these restarts. So Joe's probably going to try to fit back in front of Trevor. And then Matt, ideally, is going to want to try to fit in front of Tim Bills, but Matt and Tim aren't on teams like Trevor and Joe are. So we'll see how, you know, it's coming down to the later stages here. Lap 63, almost getting close to 30 to go. We'll see how much room Tim gives Matt. We'll see what kind of restart Matt gets as well. Going to be key. Also Ty Spearman, you know, see what kind of restart he gets. If he doesn't get a good restart, and these things can be tricky to shift if you don't have auto blip on or any of the other aids that shouldn't be on if you're a real race car driver. They can be kind of tricky to shift in these. Not straight cut gears, this is regular transmission, so you gotta make sure you push the clutch and everything. But we're coming to green. We'll see how this ends up playing out. And green flag is out. And Joe Schaefer gets a pretty good start, so does Ty Spearman. Schaefer's gonna squeeze down into second here. It's just the pecking order of how that goes for team orders, so just call it cooperation between teams. Right now, Matt Rolfe is on the outside right now. He's going to try to look to squeeze in. We have a little bit down in one. He got out of 4 really good, and there he goes down low. Right now, you're top 4 single file, top 5 for 10 Bills single file. It's action packed on the back. Right now, Spearman's going to try to run away and get small. We'll see what happens. So you know your teammates, and I'm sure they share the same set. Everyone has a different driving style, so everyone's going to make small changes so that way they can fit their driving style. Whatever that may be, maybe just a small shock change, maybe a little toe, front toe in change. We'll see. Got to be working lap 69 now of 100. And now it's back to single file. Now Spearman has a 0.3 of a second lead. And as these laps wind down, Schaefer may start to try to push a little bit. He's in a carrier position. That's a teammate in front of him. And that's the last thing we want to do is take out a teammate. I've done it before. I think we've all may have done it before, and it's no fun. I've done it here at this track, I believe. Twice in one night. So it can be kind of tricky when you're trying to pass for the lead. Going back to Russell Berry here, he is our in-race reporter for tonight. Trying that out there a little bit. He is currently running 15th right now. And Russell, I know we're live and everything. We're going to make this pretty interesting. How's the car right now? I know you're actually racing. It's under caution, but we're switching some things up.
Well, the car right now is like a dump truck. It is pushing very hard off the corners. It's just trying to keep it down low.
Well, you started 18th, and now you're up to 15th. Yeah, I see where you're running right now. Do you think you can get up here and just maybe just gain another couple more positions? You know, give Tyler or Joe up there a run?
I believe so. I think we got a little faster pace than they are, but I'm not sure if we're top 10 car or not.
All right, but I won't keep you concentrating. Charles, and thanks for spending just a little bit of time with us.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, bud. That's Russell Berry. We're on board with him. He's talking to us while he's driving. He's multitasking. And as I say that, he's getting passed for the lead, so that was probably my fault. And I'll hear about that a little bit later in TeamSpeak, I'm sure. But we're trying some new things here. And in race reporters, we're going to do it. Try to do it every race we broadcast. I think it's pretty good. We may not do it while they're actually racing, but we're back up to 10 Bills. And these top 5 haven't pulled away. These are the class of the field. These are the guys that run from every single week. Right now, Spearman is pulling away just a little bit. He put a 10th on Joe there. But well, there's lap 79, so we're got 21 to go here. We've got to start figuring something out quick. If we're going to try to make a run here for the win. You may take another restart, another caution or so. And if you're 10 builds, you're probably wanting that. You're on the inside line, you can ruffle some feathers. If you're Matt Rolfe, you're trying to work around Trevor Edwards, that way you can be on the inside line. If you're Trevor, you got a point lead. It's not much, so they have to win the race, which you think about that. So much you can put up a fight if Matt does start showing his nose. Especially since Spearman is leading. Spearman is P2 in points. There's only 2 points separating Trevor Edwards and Tyler Spearman in the point series so far. There's point standings in the Callaway Investment Sportsman Series. We're on lap 82 of 100. Kyle Sears with a little bit of damage on his right front. He's working over Adam Benefield right now, trying to get around him for 8th place. Souza was your pole sitter. Random draw. He did not win his heat, but he did finish in the top 3 for the random draw. He was your leader, and he got in a little accident, or got caught in a little accident from 69 spinning. No fault of his own. It looks like the car's still handling pretty good. And he's got a pretty good run, so show his nose a little bit on Adam. Adam shuts the door. Really hard to build momentum in these cars since they're such huge. It's not a lot of. No, it gives him a little bump. He's working him over. Let him know he was there. You remember earlier in the race, same thing was happening to Souza. Our driver was working him over. Give him a little bump. Oh, Benefield's loose off the 4. Oh, he's loose there in the middle too. That's what I'm saying as well. Oh, Benefield in the wall. You make these right rears mad, and these cars are all but impossible to hang on to. Yeah, Benefield's falling backwards. Something may be wrong with the car here. And it could be just he got the right rear. He's lost 2 positions, but he's a 3rd to Joe Lawrence. Lawrence was the one that spun out there with 10 builds. He's trying to work his way back up to a top 10 finish. Lap 88 of 100. We're winding down here. It's been a really good race. Really clean race. Just only a couple of cautions. A couple of lead changes. Right now, Ty Spearman is just kind of weirdly creeping away. Joe Schaefer. This is his late run, late push that he's getting here right now. It looks like Rolfe is maybe a little bit loose off. Oh, and that's tight. With the 86 there, Brandon Norris is doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Leaders coming up on him or whoever's passing in there. He's doing a great job of moving out of their way and letting them race. In the meantime, Tim Mills is running down Trevor Edwards, and he was going to try to get around him. Looks like right now the Bills is getting a good drive off the turn. If he can get around him for 3rd, I mean, it's going to be huge points implications. Spearman's going to win, and Edwards going back to 4th, and probably put Spearman up top. But in the meantime, Spearman's running into traffic here. This is going to get interesting. Ty Spearman's running up, and there's a group of guys that are battling for position. But, those guys aren't just going to lay over because they're still battling. Scott moves up for Ty, but here's 94. He's pretty loose. Side by side. This is going to let Joe Schaefer Jr. close in on him. He is closing fast. We're coming down 5 to go. This is going to be a good race. And as I say that, Tim Bills is up to 3rd. It's a little bump from Edwards. Don't go anywhere. This is going to get interesting. Tyler Jordan probably don't want to go a lap down. He moves up, moves out of the way. He's going to let these leaders race it out to the end. 4 to go. And Tim Bills is there. He may run out of time, but he's going to let them know that he's there anyways. Started 10th, up to 3rd. He's having a hell of a race. And as you see, he's down on the apron. He's trying to find as much grip as possible in the 32nd car. 3 to go. Speedway leads it by 0.3 of a second. Joe Schaefer Jr. second, Tim Bills third, Trevor Edwards fourth, Matt Rolfe fifth. That's your top 5. Lap 98 of 100. Now Joe's probably trying to do everything that he can to get up to Spearman. Just trying to fill his mirror up, make him worry a little bit. Joe doesn't like losing to anyone. He can be anyone on his team. He can be his mom, his dad. He don't like losing. He's a shit ass. He does not like losing. Well, he's going to try his damnedest to get up here. And we'll see what happens. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. That's a white flag for Ty Spearman. He's been strong tonight. All he got to his time. Worked his way up through the field, even around some teammates, showing some nose. Coming out of turn 4, your winner tonight will be Ty Spearman. All about Joe Schaefer Jr. and Tim Bills, Trevor Edwards, Matt Rolfe. Ty Spearman is your winner here tonight at Langley. Trevor Edwards goes over and gives him a little bump, and more likely he's going to be your point leader after this. You know, once all the points and everything settle down and go through. So congratulations to Ty Spearman. Started 5th. Finished first, won his heat tonight, so he had a step forward. This is a guy you got to watch out for. He can get on runs, so he can put 3-4 wins together easily in multiple series. It doesn't matter if it's street stock 0 to 9 or if it's the asphalt late models tomorrow night. Ty Spearman's always a contender in pretty much anything that he drives. So after 100 laps, green flag racing, really good racing. Just had a couple of cautions. Everyone ran each other really clean. You had a couple of bumps here and there. That's short track racing. Once again, Matt Rolfe finishing 5th after starting 8th. Trevor Edwards 4th. Tim Bills. He's on a box. He's on a box in the podium. Started 10th, finishing 3rd. Joe Schaefer Jr. Didn't move all night, it seems like. Started 2nd, finished 2nd. Ty Spearman, like I said, started 5th. Won the race. So congratulations to Ty. And thank you for everyone coming out and watching the Semi-Auto Racing Association Callaway Investment Sportsman Series Street Stocks here at Langley tonight. It's kind of exciting. Hope you enjoyed our test broadcast. Hopefully I did okay. We'll see. I may get fired. It may be a one and done. Y'all have a good night.